Alright, another month, another intraoral scanner. This is the Straumann X3, the latest and flagship scanner by Straumann Group. Let's get into it. Hey guys, Dr. Ahmad Al-Hassiny here from the Institute of Digital Dentistry. And after acquiring Alliedstar, Straumann Group released the SIRIOS scanner, which was essentially a white label of the Alliedstar AS200E, but with arguably more premium software. But now we have the X3, which is built on the Alliedstar Sensa, but it's not completely the same. And you know, this is kind of significant as it marks the official point in time where these two brands, Straumann scanners and Alliedstar scanners, are going to start differentiating. Once again, the two brands will coexist together. The company made that clear. Alliedstar isn't going away anywhere. But from here onwards, Straumann scanners won't just be a white label of the Alliedstar scanners. So what do you get with the Straumann X3? Well, let's unbox it and find out. But before I do that, I have to say the packaging looks really good, and this is something that we're seeing a lot in the intraoral scanner market. Companies are putting a lot of effort in their packaging, and this is in line with other premium scanners on the market. And it's a big difference to how the SIRIOS, the previous generation Straumann scanner, was packaged. And when we open this up, we have a travel case here, and again, it looks really premium. I mean, all of the packaging has this kind of black and green color code, and this really fits with the Straumann brand. And I have to say, it kind of does look expensive, if you know what I mean. So here is the travel case, and you know, we are seeing this in many scanners now. They come with a travel case, and again, this does look a little bit more premium, feels a bit more premium. So it's interesting to see how Straumann is differentiating in this way. So if we open this up and see what we can find, we have some more packaging here, and this is everything that you get with the X3. So we have the manual book, and this has all the manuals and information on how to get started. But more importantly, we have the Straumann X3, 4 scanner tips, a charging dock, and a cable. First and foremost, this is the X3 in all its glory. And I have to say, this is a big step up above the SIRIOS scanner, which I have here in terms of how it looks, how it feels, and also the size. So the scanner weighs 240 grams, which is decent in this market for a wireless intraoral scanner. Now, it's not the lightest wireless intraoral scanner. That goes to the Shining 3D Elite Wireless. But it's definitely not the heaviest, as most wireless scanners on the market right now are closer to 300 grams. So definitely in the hand, it feels really lightweight, which is nice. But to me, the most interesting part is how slimmer it looks. And frankly, again, it just has this kind of premium feel about it, even compared to the Sensa, which is based on. And this is what I was mentioning at the start of the video. This kind of marks a divergence between the two scanner lines that Straumann now owns. So one thing that is definitely different between this and the Sensa is this is a smaller scanner. Another thing that differentiates the X3 is this LED ring around the scanner that lights up in a Straumann green color, again adding a little bit more of a premium feel. This LED also, like other scanners on the market, lights up different colors depending on what the scanner is doing, if you've lost connection, etc. And in general, the feel of the scanner just kind of reminds me of the Virtuo Vivo, which is a nice nod to the original scanner that Straumann used to sell, with again the same LED ring around the body, and also a cylindrical body. So other things, the X3 retains the dual scanner button setup as seen in the Alliedstar scanners. So one scanner button at the front and one at the back. And I've mentioned this many times in videos. I'm a big fan of this dual scanner button for ergonomics. You can hold the scanner in any way and you can always reach a scanner button either with your thumb or with your index finger. The other thing they've added down here is what they call an action menu button, which allows navigating through the software, basically trying to make it so you don't have to touch the laptop at all, or at least as little as possible when using the scanner. It has a protective cover here, Straumann logo, which is nice, and of course we have the scanner tips. So we have 4 scanner tips in the box, and they all come with a universal design, just like the sensor. There is one scanner tip size, not a pediatric tip, etc. And this does look a lot more modern. They're a rounded scanner tips, and if I put these to the side, they simply click in and click out. Nice and simple. Now, each scanner tip can be autoclaved up to 180 times, and a pair of scanner tips cost 80 USD or 40 USD each. That means this scanner costs about 22 cents per patient scan, which is on the more affordable end of the spectrum of intraoral scanners we see on the market. Now, of course, this is a wireless scanner. There's no cable to put here. You just see these golden connectors for charging. And just like the sensor, there are no removable batteries. There is one integrated battery that is charged using a charging scanning base. And if I just show you the difference to the Sirius had this kind of little cap. You uncapped it and put a battery in. And I do find this integrated battery option is, again, just feels a little bit more premium. You're not messing around with batteries, etc. And so this is the X3 scanner base. It's quite tight in there. And once again, it differentiates itself. It has this black coloring, a Straumann logo, making it look a little better. Now, this charging base is plugged directly via USB-C, and we have a little cable here. If I take this out, and included is a USB-C, USB-C charging cable. Now, what's interesting about this is that the Alliedstar Sensa charging cable was from the scanner base to the wall. It wasn't USB-C to USB-C. And again, this is a little differentiating point between the X3 and the sensor. So nice and simple, you plug this in at the back, and then the X3 can fit just like that. And this can be charging straight to the laptop. Now, the company says they have included fast charging into the scanner base. This means with around 3 minutes of charging, you'll be able to scan for 7 minutes. And on a full charge, you have around 3 hours of continuous scanning. So very decent battery life. Now, the hardware inside this scanner is based on the Alliedstar Sensa, and I've already reviewed that scanner in depth. I have multiple videos, and for one, I am glad they're using that hardware because frankly, the sensor is a great scanner. It works well, it's fast, it can handle all indications, including edentulous. It is just a great scanner company, and honestly, I think it's one of the best intraoral scanner acquisitions Straumann could have done because the hardware in this thing is solid and the scanner does work well. But that's basically everything you get with the Straumann X3. This is the flagship scanner by Straumann. One note is that there's no calibration unit in here, so this is a totally calibration-free scanner. This is a market trend we are seeing in the industry. And also you will need a TP-Link dongle to connect your wireless scanner to the computer. But I'm told that Straumann, interestingly, are working on a custom Straumann branded Wi-Fi dongle that will be released next year. And I think this is a great idea to elevate the scanning experience because, you know, a lot of the times these TP-Link dongles that come with most wireless intraoral scanners do feel a little cheap. So what is the cost of all of this? The RRP of this scanner is 17,995 USD. This places it well into the mid to premium segment of the market, as a lot of the market leaders these days are in the $20,000 mark up to even $25,000. So this is no doubt competitively priced. What's also interesting is that the X3 is $4,000 more than the Alliedstar Sensa. So what are you paying for this premium? Well, look, apart from the hardware refinements, it's slimmer, you know, it's got the LED ring, etc. It looks better. I think the real thing you're paying for is the Straumann ecosystem that they're building. And if you, as a dentist or clinician, buy into that. because this is really important to note, guys, because as we all know, basically all intraoral scanners work now. The big differentiator in the market is software ecosystems, platforms, cloud, clinical workflows, and AI. And Straumann is really serious about this because in the background they've been working quite a lot on their scanner software, which thankfully has a new UI now. It's a lot more clean, it's modern, and it's workflow and patient-centric. But Straumann are also working on other things like dedicated full arch workflows for fully edentulous cases, from temporary to final prosthetic, where all scans can be grouped under a single patient case. The other thing this company is working on is integration. So Straumann is building out their Axis platform. Every company is building a platform, whether it's Dentsply Sirona with DS Core, etc. For Straumann, it's Axis, and this is their cloud platform. So this scanner integrates directly with that platform, with scans having the option of being automatically uploaded to have direct access to a number of features, like a model builder app, scan comparison apps, and various chairside solutions they are working on. You may remember at IDS 2025, there was a huge announcement between SprintRay Midas and Straumann. They did a partnership, and Straumann now offer a branded Midas. And to me, this is an indication of how the company is thinking about their offering. They want to offer end-to-end workflow and solutions. And this includes everything from scanning to manufacturing. Of course, you also have access to some of their other amazing apps. Smilecloud is very popular in the industry, coDiagnostiX for surgical planning, Smile in a Box for all-on-X prosthetics, and ClearCorrect for aligners. And you can see what Straumann is building here, and it's nice to see that every company is creating their own ecosystem, and frankly, it's good for clinicians. They also have with the scanner something called the Straumann Excellence Club, which is basically their service subscription with the scanner. So this includes support, priority care, warranties, insurance coverage, and express replacement scanners. And interestingly, unlimited cloud storage, no caps, no 10 gig caps, nothing. It's going to be interesting to see how long Straumann can offer this and how long that lasts. So look, no doubt an exciting time for Straumann as they've just launched their newest scanner, and you can see they are very serious about competing in this market. So what are your thoughts about the Straumann X3? Leave a comment below. I would love to hear what you think or if you have any questions. As always, please like, comment, share this video with your colleagues, and subscribe to our channel. It helps us out a lot. I'll be releasing a full review on the Straumann X3 once I test it. And as always, to keep up to date with all things digital dentistry, go to instituteofdigitaldentistry.com. Thanks for watching.